There are some things about America that I love, and one of them is this Texas-style barbecue sauce that we're going to serve with some pork ribs today. Very simple marinade that we're going to make for you. Starting with some red onions, which are diced. Ginger. Some dried chili. Brown sugar. And this Worcestershire sauce. Red wine vinegar. And because there's red wine vinegar in here, it's very important that we use a non-reactive bowl. The vinegar will start to react with metals and you'll end up with that flavour going through your pork. I'm going to show you a very easy way now to crush some garlic. If you don't have a garlic crusher at home, if you do, use it by all means. But I always find it a little bit more fun to do it this way. A little bit of salt down. The salt's really going to help break that garlic down. Use coarser salts are better with this. And when you've got your garlic pretty small, run your knife over the top, putting quite a bit of pressure onto that blade, and this just breaks it down, that last bit. And this is where that salt really works its magic on the garlic. Let a good stir through. We're ready to get our pork ribs marinade. Pork ribs are wonderful for this dish. Got lots of flavour in there. Good bit of fat so they can really handle a nice slow cooking. Really good stir, really good mix through, make sure that marinade's getting every bit of the pork. We're going to cover this with cling film. I'll let this marinate for 1 hour. If you've got a bit of extra time, let it marinate for a bit longer. That vinegar will help start to break this meat down. And this one's off to the fridge. Our spare ribs have been in the fridge for an hour now. We're going to get them into a non-reactive tray. We're using a Teflon coated tray, which is one of those non-reactive items. Very easily. Spread them out, and we're going to cover this with some baking paper and then some tin foil. Want all this marinade on here. Spread it over nice and even. The reason we're putting the baking paper down first is to prevent the tin foil sticking to the meat. With long, slow cooking processes like this, the meat will fuse to the tin foil, so you do need to have that baking paper there as a little bit of protection. Plug it under. Now we're going to get this into the oven for 45 minutes covered, and then we're going to take the tin foil off and cook it for another 35 to 45, just depending on how caramelised we like it. I like quite a good bit of caramelisation on there, nice and sticky. So our spare ribs have been in the oven now uncovered for 35 minutes. Every 15 minutes or so I was in there just giving it a quick baste. And by baste I mean just getting the marinade and just spreading it back over the top. And that just helps get a really nice even caramelisation over there. And let's be honest, this is some of the best stuff here. To finish up, we're just going to serve this with some nice crusty bread. Look at those, lovely and shiny. Can't wait to get into these with a nice glass of Pinot.